Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new 2-tower chimps combination that I have managed to complete a while ago. The towers I will be using are Icicle Impale and Komachi Commander. Right off the bat, just by looking on these towers, you can tell that we don't have many maps to pick from. The Ice Monkey has to start all the way until I would be able to afford Monkey Heli, and this is only possible on Resort or on Balance. Obviously, Resort is a much longer map, so the choice was pretty obvious. Another decision that I had to make is about crosspaths. For Icicle Impale, there is no question, I need the CAMO detection for the DDTs in the 90s. Komachi Commander can't damage them whatsoever, it could potentially only slow them down. So the top path on Ice Monkey was forced. Now for the Heli, I might surprise you, but I did not pick the middle crosspath for CAMO detection. That means that our Ice Monkey will beat every single CAMO Bloon in this entire run. If you are not very familiar with hardcore 2-tower chimps gameplay, you might think that it would obviously die to CAMO white Bloons on round 37. Which is understandable, but there is actually one way to beat them. White Bloons can still be damaged by using icicles, but you can't just hit them directly at the CAMO white Bloons. You have to hit the Bloons that are in front of the white Bloons, and then the icicles can damage them when they go above, because icicles that grow on top of Bloons have sharp damage type. This is very tricky to do because CAMO whites appear in the round very late, so you have to damage stuff pretty slowly, or you will not have any Bloons that can grow the icicles on top of them. Resort in general is pretty great for that strategy because the roads overlap a lot, so the chance that something will be damaged by the icicles is pretty high. Round 37 is not the only problematic CAMO round, because when attacking ceramics, you can sometimes accidentally also create white Bloons. Such case can be seen on round 51, where we have a bunch of CAMO ceramic Bloons that often get downgraded to CAMO whites and CAMO zebras. Once again, the Heli can't help at all with the CAMO Bloons, so I had to experiment with targeting in a way where all of the CAMOs were soloed just by the Ice Monkey. It's annoying to do, but nothing too bad. A few rounds later I could afford Icicle Impale, and now I did not have to worry about white Bloons anymore, because Impale can damage all Bloon types, and it's actually powerful enough to carry the run for a long time, while I'm trying to save up cash for Komachi Commander. Well, I still have not explained why exactly I am not picking the middle crosspath on my Heli, and the answer is actually pretty simple. I needed more damage. I have tested this combo in past with 0 to 5 Heli, and I could not beat round 98 at all. Then at some point a player Desert Expert suggested trying the top crosspath, and I thought, why not? Picking top crosspath gives Heli more projectiles, and in result also makes it much more powerful. In that run I bought Komachi Commander on round 80, I actually had enough cash a bit earlier, but I was pretty much AFK, so I missed it. This combo breezed through 80s with zero issues, so let's just jump to the hardest round of the entire run, round 95. This round took me a solid 1 hour 30 minutes of retries. The CAMO purples and LEDs at the start are not an issue at all, but the swarm of DDTs surely is. Impale is starting to have a pierce issue with that many CAMO Bloons at once, and the fortified Moabs also just block the way. It took me a lot of trial and error to see what works and what doesn't. The Heli had to do its best to get rid of non-CAMO Bloons, and Impale had to get lucky with stalling the CAMO Bloons in place for as long as possible. It would often come down to leaking just a few CAMO ceramics, but I knew I was close, so I kept on trying, and eventually I got lucky and beat the round. I was ready to face another very tough fight at round 98, but surprisingly, it worked first try. I was surprised that the crosspath difference on the Heli was that huge. Maybe it was just me being more experienced with microing this tower, I don't know, but still, I totally expected to spend a long while retrying. also expected to at least do a few retries on round 99, but it also worked first try. Beating 9 DDTs instead of 30, like on round 95, surely sounds better, but they are fortified, so I expected at least some minimal trouble, but it went as smoothly as it possibly could. Another small surprise was round 100, which I considered just a formality, but I got scared because my impale was leaking the CAMO ceramics that were inside the DDTs that were inside the bed. Not gonna lie, I got a small heart attack that all that effort would be wasted, but luckily, a small change in timing of the bed popping down changed the outcome and impale was able to catch all of the CAMO ceramics. Heli took care of the ZOMG insides, and this is how this combination was completed, for the first time ever, by myself. Subscribe to see more interesting Bloon content, see you in the future, have a good day, goodbye.